Welcome back, everybody. And as we took off, we see King Welsh leaving after being insulted and Merlin walking through the front doors. As he walks in, he kind of gives a hard shoulder to Eldar. Say, I do not like being in a bag of holding. That was fucked up. I didn't do it. It was a wish that someone at this table wanted you. They fucking hate. Oh, Kylo, you wished for me, didn't you?
I don't believe so. I don't
Listen.
remember doing so.
You seem very, very nice. You seem like a very nice girl, but you're not my type.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Merlin,
no.
that's why you're not
not.
alone.
Easy.
Not in a million years, Merlin. Not
Nine,
with you.
nine
for sure.
trust.
It's very flattering. No.
It's not.
Oh, well, which one of you wanted to see me then? I know you all hate my guts, and for the reason I am unaware of, but
I have never met you before this moment, and I
I-
already hate you.
I don't hate you.
I am Merlin, as you know, and I'm assuming. Let me see.
I don't know who you are. I've never met you,
It's
or
not
seen you,
important.
or heard of you.
It's not important.
You massacred a whole fucking poor district to look cool.
Yeah. You broke a wall in the middle of a wedding.
That's
It
true.
ruined my
I need
speech.
a roll. I don't know how to say this.
I got to roll.
Give me a charisma roll, and also a wisdom roll, Eldarian.
What do you need from me?
Charisma and wisdom checks.
Checks. Okay, that's better than a roll.
It's true. There's
give me-
specificity there.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a dirty
Uh,
20 to hit Merlin with a piece of meat.
Wisdom and charisma saves. You said
The
Check.
check.
check. Both of them are checks. There's no saves.
The wisdom was a nat 1 for a total of 2. The
Okay.
charisma was a 17 plus a 3 for a dirty 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this happens. Then Merlin looks at you. You're Eldarian. But why can't I see your memories?
Better at magic, probably.
Who are you really?
What is that even supposed to mean?
What do you mean you can't see my memories?
Well,
Pro-
I'm able
pro-
to see everyone's memories and know who they are before they know. I can't with you.
Pervert.
Well, I must just be more powerful than you, obviously.
Queen Terry at this point just shakes her head in shock. You're looking into my fucking memories?
Get it. Get it, girl.
Mm.
Get it.
That's an intrusion of privacy.
That's not exactly what I meant. And then that's where she looks at Raven, and with a big smile, no damage. Get him out. You
I
can't
need to
hurt
talk
him,
with you later.
and You cannot make a scene. You're not welcome at my table for dinner. Go outside like the fucking peasant you are.
Well, first off, Raven
No
gets up and
damage,
he's gonna
no
try to
scene.
just kind of shirt collar and waistband or shirt collar belt Merlin and hold him up to Ruby.
Double hand grip.
Hold him up to Ruby and go, "You need something?" Or later.
I'll stand up and say, I'll look over to just the general. Somebody take notes. I have some questions for him. I'll follow them out.
Eldarian's gonna follow as well.
Kylu immediately gets her book out and just is ready.
Oh well, Raven's gonna throw Merlin out feet first, so throws him out the door backwards, and then sits back down and starts eating.
I'll
Just
catch the
walk
door
his
and
ass outside.
go out.
And as everyone is getting up and following Merlin out, Queen Terry kind of just looks at her table. Well, there goes a very nice dinner. You look very
I still think.
hungry.
Can I eat still?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Guys, have as much as you want.
Fantastic.
Do you want an entire keg of ale? No one else is coming in for seconds. People in Republic are too polite. I need this food gone.
Yes.
I've been eating all day.
Raven's
whoa.
like, say less.
Whoa, whoa,
I've
whoa,
been eating all
whoa.
day. It's perfect. Thank you.
Whoa.
My Highness.
Save Onyx.
What? I got a whole griffin I gotta feed.
You gotta feed him. You don't need to fucking gorge him. We're going into war. Don't you think that you could at least save some scrap?
Oh, cup of tea.
Oh, a cup of tea.
Oh,
There you go.
Hey.
Nat 20.
That charisma check paid off.
Yeah,
So-
Raven is going to just get the keg and
Oh, you can read. Never
Let's
mind.
see.
Pointless.
let's see what's over here. What can I grab?
There's all forms of meat on the table, vegetables to the right
I'm
of it.
trying to
and
make a big ass straw for the keg.
Oh,
I would like to
Piece
grab
of
a whole
bamboo.
chicken.
I'm just gonna get a piece of bamboo and shove it through the cork.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
man, it's like one of those big Circle K cups.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
You're just going right to town.
Eat, eat.
Tyler, you did follow Rubio and Eldarian and Merlin outside, right?
Oh yeah, no. If everybody else went out, if they went outside to go have like a conversation, and the note taker was needed, then yes, I would have followed.
I meant notes for the meeting as I was going outside to talk.
See, that's what I thought.
You got it.
So you're still.
Yeah, we're still at the table. We're chilling.
Oh wait, he's not here anymore.
We're like this. We
Oh
don't
my
need to talk
That's
about it. You already know.
Kind
That's as good as that's gonna get.
I would have tried to go outside with Rubio and Eldarian if those are the only people that went outside with Merlin.
Yeah, because I audibly said I had to talk to him still.
Yes, no, I.
I have words.
With Broken, Onyx, and Raven going to town on some good grub, the conversations strike thin as the majority of the conversations have been done, and Eldar, holding his staff up and putting his head on it, is just taking a nap, enjoying himself. And we travel outside of the tavern. Whee! I don't know what this is going to look like. I hope it's going to be okay.
Oh,
Love
Great,
that.
we're perfect.
it's the
enough.
non-discrimination. We're good.
I believe we set most of this on fire at some point.
That clock
Oh,
tower's
yeah.
not there, you know.
There was a lot more dead bodies last time I saw this man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Significantly more dead bodies.
I remember us burning them though, so they also might
Well,
not be there anymore. So
I didn't burn a lot, most of them. I got wrapped them up and
true.
tried to.
You might not have, but the necklace of fireballs we had might have.
Yeah, well, that was a different guy, low guy, high pitched voice.
You guys go outside, the three of you, and Merlin just kind of sits there on his ass. A few people that watch more so laugh as it was not done harsh, more so just get the hell out of the tavern. What do you do from here?
I'm gonna reach my hand down to him.
You're gonna what?
Reaching my hand down as to offer it.
Oh, he grabs your hand. Thank you. And he
Hold
stands
him
right
up.
up.
I keep his hand in mine and grip it a little bit tighter, and I shake it, and I kind of pull him in after like the mid shake and say, "You've earned some respect, helping me find Kailu. Don't fuck up again. But for now, I consider you an ally, and maybe one day a friend if you stop pissing everyone off." And I'll let go of the hand grasp and straighten myself up again and smile and say, "I've got some questions."
Well, ask away.
He's gonna say, "Before you came in, I made myself a laughing stock, but I truly believe that the goblins are a utilized resource from the past that I want like to re-utilize. I need your wisdom and guidance on how to obtain their trust, and like definitive trust. I don't need these little buggers building tunnels to my city and taking it."
Where's task? Here.
The DM finger has the floor.
I
there you
have
go.
the talking stick.
Where? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why you couldn't, but there's no way of trusting the goblins whatsoever.
It's not about me trusting them, it's about them gaining trust for me.
Well, I mean,
I'd like-
there's many ways you can do that, but I don't see any of them where you come out alive. The goblins are very easy to take on, say maybe 1 or 5 or 10, less 20. But when we're talking about 500,000 goblins charging at you in a very tight space, you don't win. You don't live. You're dead. It's pretty much done. Let alone the hobgoblin that rules them, named Latrig Bone Mill.
See, I believe the group and yourself has misunderstood. I plan to take the strongest majority-sized clan, 100,000 maybe, more manageable, and decimate the rest, getting their resource gold, weapons, upgrading the mass, and making one alpha goblin clan that then partners with me and sees me as a god.
I understood what you were saying, and I was already informing you that this hobgoblin had done that. You see, when Saphira came in, and she started trying to utilize the goblins, well before even raising an army of the Silent Fist, knowing how powerful they could be when utilized properly, they all clanned together to fight back, and Saphira pissed off, because she had nothing to really fight them with. Any day now that she could be going after them, as far as we know, she has them. It's been a year since, it's been 51 years since.
Since the hobgoblins, you mean?
Since the hobgoblin, I don't know. This is just a rumor I hear.
I still think it's worth a shot. They're smarter than people realize. They just are chaotic without any guidance.
At the border of the Republic where it meets what used to be Andor, there is an entrance to one of the canals that would lead you to the overall horde. It's just south of the volcanoes.
Do you have any history or past events where you've known, apart from evil, has anyone good sided with the goblins, or am I the first?
Arthur tried, and it didn't go well for him.
Did Arthur write his conquests down? His failures? His what ifs?
Arthur was one of the most wisest men I've ever known. A man that could actually make me feel emotion, which I haven't felt in many years.
Good, so he's a sociopath. Get it?
Hey, fuck! Don't break my character. Hey, fuck! He was very wise, and anything he did that was successful, he was well known for either writing on a journal about or writing it down somewhere. He had many of his own libraries within his castles. I guarantee if you either travel through the Dark Castle or, well, the last castle would be Rudgroth. But that's tamed by the Dark Army, and that's battle and a half.
That's fair. Is there any other way to get information on his failed conquest with the goblins? I feel this is the only way I'll be able to figure out a way to do it. Just because he couldn't do it doesn't mean I couldn't.
Well, I assume you all have met King Murchad of Zaskia since you've outruled him, correct?
Aye.
Okay.
Nope.
Did we?
Oh,
Nope.
did we
You
not?
No.
You met him once. He was strung up, being laughed at by the people, and you just kept walking.
I didn't meet him.
And he locked himself in this castle while you were there.
No, King Murchad we had killed
No.
by the Silent Fist and the people, and they
Oh.
strung his head through the city.
Did we make a lot
yeah.
of money from that?
And that's how we started the whole Zaskia election campaign, because we murdered the king who was corrupt.
So I'll say our parties have had a run-in with this corrupt person, but that's about it.
Are we the villains?
I play
I don't
naive.
know anymore. I don't know, but
we brought
necessary
democracy.
evil.
Okay, we brought We're America. We brought
whoever the
democracy.
Zaskian king was, we had killed. That's all I remember. We might not
I
have
would
killed
try
him,
really
but we had
hard.
him killed.
I would
know
try
you
really
guys
hard to
did
keep the party from
outthrow
being
him
the
and
villains.
dragged us through the streets. I don't remember the killing because I
Hey,
remember.
Pretty sure he died.
I'm
But
a good boy.
we can go through notes. This will be brought up later on. But either way, King Murchad was Arthur's brother. They grew up together, and he knows everything about Arthur, and that's why he claimed Zaskia. It was a part of Andor, and he had allowed him to try something new for other races to explore, allowing them to create a utopia where every race would live in harmony, and the first race that ever moved there was the half-orcs, allowing their tribes to live by the Gone Mountains. But then Saphira came.
Ruby's gonna think really hard because he's pretty sure Merchad is not obtainable right now, and he's also thinking that going to either of those castles would mean certain death. So he thinks for a second and says, "Would you like to gain respect for myself further? I could ask you a favor that would genuinely help us quite a lot."
Personally, I think I've done a lot of favors for you guys, and it's about time for some for me. But what favor do you have to ask?
Who's counting?
Not
all I need is the reason why he failed. There's typically a definitive reason why any type of war and or battle of the minds, the wits, or the monster, the creature, whatever, goes wrong. One reason.
Well,
I need that reason.
I know this. You don't like my personal information. You don't like learning about me. But lately, I've been having these weird dreams. It's almost as if I've been seeing memories. And Arthur told me before he fought Saphira that he had seen these. And I saw him face Saphira. And when he did not strike her. He saw the human in her. And I think that's where he made a mistake. I think they all did. I think they all sympathized for her, and that's where he went wrong.
Oh, we're good then.
So you're saying he did the same with the goblins? He underestimated them or found mercy for some reason?
Arthur did not underestimate Saphira. He underestimated his power and his willingness to do what needed to be done.
Compassion.
I still need to know why he failed with the goblins. If we're gonna win, we need big advantage numbers-wise, especially cannon fodder that they don't matter.
Well,
I don't want to see our
Murchad-
people die.
Arthur and Murch had explored the Goblin Caves, and both of them told me the same thing. What they asked you to prove was just too far for them to go, and they got chased out.
This
What
was
exactly did I have to prove? I've been to hell. I don't think there's many things they could ask of me that would be worse than that.
The goblins are very weird. For example, we use them for our own entertainment in games such as Goblin Toss. We don't view them as humans, so they don't view humans as them.
Kylie was not happy.
I feel like it was
No,
either
Kylie was very upset about this conversation.
either killing each other or killing someone innocent. Probably would have been the proof they needed to get to the Hobgoblin.
So if I'm to do this, I should probably take people that aren't attached to me in any type of importance, or go alone. Both sound sucky.
That is a very bad idea. Don't do that.
Either way.
You take
The
Raven.
only guidance
It has
I
to
have
be
give
done.
you- the only guidance I have to give you and give Cause and you, Eldarian, is soon you will be doing your own goals. And this needs to happen, for you all will come back 10 times stronger and 10 times bolder, ready to face on any challenge, such as perhaps the Great Empire. Speaking of which, is King Wyman, or King Welsh in there? I was meaning to speak to him.
Oh, we've pissed him off. He left.
We scared him away.
Oh,
We called him out for his bullshit and his brain that's stuck in the past. He keeps saying, Arthur this, my father this. He's unable
Yeah.
to think of them now.
bloody
Old
hell, he beat me
prick.
to it. Well, I mean, I'm not allowed back in there, so I'm gonna go find another place I can eat. I assume if I walk in there, that big green dragonborn who looks at me with eyes of death would fucking kill me. So I'm just gonna go for a walk. It's Arthur's Day. I'm gonna enjoy myself.
He just does it for fun. But yes, I would suggest a walk.
All right, very well. And he walks away.
Don't leave this city without coming back to me and saying goodbye.
Nobody tells me what to do.
I'll look to the other people outside and say, well, I got what I needed.
Your daughter is disapproved.
Hey, she would not be the first person.
Do you want those character notes that I just took? Because they're paragraphs.
I kind of want Rubio and Kylie to get into it for a second. That's what I want to see.
Is Kylo outside or is she inside?
No,
I wasn't-
I came outside so I could take notes for them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, after this, the four of you standing there, what do you do?
Cannon fodder.
Wipe my
So-
brow.
So Merlin said that the goblins are ruled by one hobgoblin. Why don't we just have Raven fight him to the death, and then Raven controls the goblins and you have them?
That was more or less going to be my plan, except it was either going to be him or myself. I have some magic that would gain their respect tenfold.
I don't
And
appreciate
decimate the
talking about these
hobgoblin.
creatures as if they don't matter,
Oh, here we go.
because they do. They have their own culture, and they're a people. They may not be as advanced or civilized as the rest of us, but they certainly have a society, and they have families, and they matter.
Well,
That's
of
my
course, they-
ultimate. Sorry.
Of course they matter, but they follow the strongest person. And the strongest person among us is Raven. Why not let Raven take the leader out,
He is green.
and
Hey,
then we
DM.
have them?
Hello.
What kind of knowledge would I have on goblins overall? Because I've probably read about them.
I like
Yeah.
this. Give me a, you know what? Yeah, history.
Yeah, if you want the strongest
Not a
among
nature?
us,
Okay.
if you want the strongest among us, you could take either me or Onyx in.
Hey, Rubio's a pretty heavy hitter
Wow.
now. I'm just going to say that much. Y'all
Could
haven't
I
seen what's to
possibly
come.
What's your
get an
HP?
advantage?
That's right, baby.
It's like 118.
You don't have to give it to me, but it's always safe to
Not
ask.
bad.
No.
No
Now
advantage?
an 84.
Eldarian doesn't know
Give-
Onyx well enough to suggest him over Raven,
Mm,
is the problem.
Ah,
182.
192.
Oh shit. You
Sorry,
passed
Kylie,
me.
what did you get? There's a lot of numbers flying in the air.
Oh, I got a
Rubio-
13.
Ruby's got his own
13?
kingdom. Raven
I'd say
could rule
you
them.
know a little
Yeah.
bit about goblins. You know enough where
Okay,
you know
alright.
what they are and how they act.
Okay, that's not bad.
Ruby's going to respond to what Kylo said previously and say, that's why inside I had originally mentioned on gaining an alliance, changing goblin ways, rid the lands of all the goblins that are beyond corruption's touch, like they're gone. Keep all the ones that we can create into a stronger version, make a more intelligent version, and make them a new society. Give them life, not
Well-
barbaricism.
That's only if Saphira hasn't already gotten to them first. Merlin did mention that that's a possibility.
And that was my other point. I'm getting them before she does. I see the numbers that she could potentially have, and I'd rather gain that and instead of use them like cannon fodder, which I know I used that words before. They are. But we would gain them, and if they prove themselves past cannon fodder, then we would value them past that point. If you can prove themselves and if they don't fuck up.
Well, truth be told, I don't think it's a matter of them proving themselves to us, but the other way around. And I don't disagree, Eldarian. I do believe that could work. But it's a little bit of a stretch. They don't like outsiders.
It's true. But to the other party's points, we can gain that respect and trust. And if Arthur and Merlin were willing to take a stab at, or Merchhead, sorry, I could see us being successful. Even with your
I
help
suppose it
and your
wouldn't hurt to
guidance.
try.
Aye. I'll do it alone if I have to. Bring some guards if I must, but
Do not
has to
do
be
it
done.
alone.
I could bring Raven, yes.
I mean-
I have to talk to more people before I make this plan set in stone. But again, to your point, Saphira cannot gain the goblins, or would it be screwed?
I'm just picturing.
Suppose it all
like,
depends on what she can offer them.
I should offer what they used to yearn for: evil power, where we can offer them power that doesn't hurt. Saphira is evil. We try not to be.
I'm just picturing the big fucking 6'8" Raven heading off an army of just gremlins.
It'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Raven running and screaming, and behind him are 500,000 little.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. If we can beef them up, give them armor, and like make them smarter, and like make an epic army of like mini ravens, we can literally let you just like teach them to be warriors. We'll have someone else to teach them not be stupid. It'll all be good.
Hey, well,
Not in this party.
I get it. I get it.
Well, they kind of have to be stupid to run
Very
into
good
certain
distinction.
situations in war. So there's like a neutral point you got to be as a warrior, you know?
We need a mid-range IQ goblin. That's what we're looking for.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
your man. Mid-range IQ. I'm there, baby.
11.
11. That's me.
Rubio's gonna
It's a
put his
solid
hand on
number.
Kyler's shoulder and say, "I'm not an evil man, but hear me this when I say I'll come to you before I execute this plan. I'll make sure they're within moral sakes."
I do appreciate it.
Perfect. Now I'm hungry. I didn't get to eat. I just yelled. Let's go back in.
All y'all see when you walk back in that bitch is Raven with a full plate of meat, a bamboo straw sticking out of a full keg of ale.
Homie's got like a sippy cup going.
You see me walking out with a whole chicken.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry, it's for my griffin.
I mean, hey,
Here,
we deserve it.
Betsy. Whistling. There you go, babe. There you go.
So,
Like,
okay.
oh, it's a good boy.
Are you like here, chicken, 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 chicken? Or like
chicken,
here,
chicken.
birdie, birdie, birdie.
Here, chicky, chicky, chicky.
We left for 5 minutes.
Hi.
Hey, birds gotta eat. Gotta use a bird.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were still unfamiliar with this. It's you leave them unattended for anything less than 30 full seconds, and something happens.
I'm getting aware of it.
The bar, look, the tables are still upright. The bar's still standing. That's a win in my book. You know what? Raven's got his
He's
sippy
not wrong.
cup. He's feeling good.
He got to throw somebody out a door. He's in a good
Yeah.
mood.
How
He's
you
having a
guys?
great
How
time.
you guys doing?
It's like Raven's version of a Stanley Cup.
It's my own personal Yeti.
Yeah.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
do you have a good? Did you? Oh,
Yes,
Yes,
Raven.
Raven.
awesome.
Raven, give me a drink of that.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. The food and the beer.
Oh. I'm sure there's more elsewhere.
Yeah. We're in a bar.
He likes to bite when he's drunk. I wouldn't suggest it.
I'll just wait till he passes out.
I wouldn't say that. He's not going to bed now.
I know.
This is you get closer. You get closer and ask for something. You just get.
Nothing a little charm spell can't help.
Command give.
Alt
No,
F4 Raven.
Bad. Give. What's in your mouth, Raven? What's in your mouth? They're just like.
I'll just drop like a
Stop
massive
it.
word on Raven
What are
again.
you
We'll
eating?
knock him right out.
And at this point,
Put it out, put it out.
Oh,
What is Cars doing?
What is Cars doing?
What is
Cars.
doing?
Dude,
What's
what is
Cars
Cars
doing?
doing?
Cars doing?
Yes.
Everyone has chaos.
brooding.
It's not even that chaotic.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, probably not much because this is normal for this group.
Cars is like
So-
a DC superhero. He just stands in the corner and broods.
Batman, I adventures.
Homie's angry to be alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, I am doing what I'm always doing. I'm making sure that the party's not doing anything that's gonna get anyone in trouble. Exponential trouble. Let me put it that way.
So
Hey,
Raven is
I'm never
really
wrong.
drunk, right?
Why?
Raven's really drunk.
I guess.
Eldoc
Wait,
is
hold up. Raven, give me a Constitution saving throw. We'll find out.
Probably
He's
is.
probably not drunk if it's going to be a con save.
Yeah.
24.
Wait,
He's
There it
not
is.
you
extremely
get
drunk.
plus
He's
5
drunk.
from me if you're with it.
He's just a little
Okay.
tipsy.
+5 from the paladin.
What's up?
Yeah, he's Eldarian's just gonna walk up and be like, Raven, watch this. And he's gonna twist the ring on his hand and go invisible.
I didn't want to tell you, Raven, but he was your imaginary friend the whole time. We just didn't want to be mean and say it.
What time
It
is it?
wasn't real.
PM?
What time? It's about 9 p.m. in the game.
I don't think it's time for Raven's bedtime.
What?
He's
gonna
not real, Raven.
Take the ring off and come back like in the corner of the room. Raven, hi.
Cars, you got to try this.
I don't drink anymore.
It's making me. It's making me hallucinate. It's making me see shit.
Hallucinate.
Wow, you almost go. Oh my god. All right. Anyone else want to talk to him? I'm done.
To who, Raven?
Yeah,
Raven.
I'm good.
I would like to kind of like move away from Raven out of his line of sight from watching L. And I'd be like, Raven, it's your subconscious. It's your inner voice talking.
I
You're
don't have
real
enough.
sleepy. You're so sleepy right now,
I'm really
Raven.
not. What?
Listen to the voice. You're sleepy.
I can't help but listen to the voice. It won't shut up.
You're sleepy, Raven. This is God talking.
Which one?
The fighting one. We love battle and death and murder and big hawks of meat.
That's true.
Yep. I'm telling you, you gotta go to bed for
No.
sleeping, for battle. You need to be well rested.
You're not making
I know how we can put him out.
You're not
I'll clear my
making
I'll clear my throat and go right up to his ear and whisper, anti-establishmentarianism.
Dodecahedron!
Anti-tabulism.
Orichalcos.
Numerotral microscopic cephalocovianalosiosis.
God bless
Bacon,
you.
did you just look up big words?
Don't
Google
call me out like that, bro. Aim spade.
Rubio, you should get that checked out.
Damn, he's smart today. I can't put him down.
Oh
Gar,
no.
No.
Point in the
Smart,
night,
he's drunk.
one by one, all the kings at the table, except for Terry, are getting up and heading out the door to go to bed. Roken remains in the tavern, just entertained by you guys. He is blackout drunk, unable to speak, just trying to. He opens his mouth. He thinks he's talking. He can't say anything, and then he gives you a thumbs up.
Bless him.
You know.
Kailu, I'm surprised you're still here. Didn't you have plans?
I didn't want to be rude. It's
You
terribly
have a date.
uncouth to. Well, it hasn't been stated that it was a date. It's not just a conversation.
Kylo and what's his
No,
name?
is
Sitting
it-
in a tree.
You
K
and another person
Q
by yourselves
something.
doing an activity of some kind.
I mean, when you put it that way, it sounds awful. I'm sure Kailu is just hanging out with a friend.
I grew up in a church. Most of the things I say sound awful.
But Kailu, you can excuse yourself anytime you want. Don't waste your time with us old fogies.
Did you fart?
Old.
I wasn't
I'm
here for most of your
23.
life. I don't have any say on your dating life as well.
On that note,
Bad dad.
and
What?
she excuses herself and heads out the door.
All right,
Stay
guys,
safe.
we gotta make sure she stays safe. Once she
Turn
leaves,
it-
I say that.
Turn
Alright,
into
guys.
a bear if he touches you. Bite
Kick his
yourself.
ass. Beat him up. Alright, guys.
Hey guys,
Important
this-
shit.
you should. Never mind.
We should
Maybe-
follow her?
We should follow her.
Is that what you were trying to say, big boy?
No,
If
no.
he breaks our heart, we break his kneecaps.
And his face. We break
Yeah.
his face with his kneecaps.
Okay, let's do that. You guys ready? Pass
Okay.
without trace on all of us.
All right.
Let's go. I'm walking out the door.
It's adventure.
With the four of you guys getting ready to adventure off, Cars is still the DC superhero in the corner. What are you thinking, seeing all this unfold?
Well, first off, Raven tries to get up and follows, trips over the seat, and falls face first, and just lays there.
Roken,
Nice.
seeing the collapse, his hands hysterically, falls backward, hits his head on the ground, passes out. And with that, Cars.
Sorry, Onyx is with Raven.
Onyx
I'm
is
about to
getting
leave.
ready. He's about to leave to go after Kailu to watch.
With
make sure-
Eldarian with him.
That I caught. And Rubio's doing what? Sorry.
He's probably just gonna go with Terry for the moment, but I don't know. He's kind of thinking about joining them so they don't get up to any trouble.
Yes, I will. I will be the one that stays with Raven, while everyone else goes.
Who do you think I am?
You and Eldarian are going on a fucking adventure, apparently, to
We
stalk
got a team
Kailu.
bond. We got a team bond.
I
Yeah.
We
mean,
just met. We're team bond.
Eldarian's with him, so they're not going to do anything too stupid.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
think-
like Raven's there.
Let's keep the thinkers.
Rubio's probably just gonna say
Good luck.
goodbye to Terry. Use his mask to turn into a guard's kind of get up and follow them out, and he's most likely just gonna surveil the group and everybody else all behind them from afar distance. He's got good
Leave
eyes.
her alone.
Listen,
Absolutely not.
it's like being like the sister in a group of like 8 siblings that are, and the rest are guys. It's like, who's this guy?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's funny because like everyone turned it into a party. So like Cars is the only one that was like brooding, basically. Of like we literally were just trying to plan a war effort, and everyone's fucking around. So I'm gonna stay in the bar and write a few letters, and just like do like business things and sit as Raven's doing whatever he's doing. Everyone else can go follow Kailu.
Hey.
That's how Cars is perceiving that.
Hey, Cars.
Yeah.
Hey, Cars.
Yeah.
The floor got real close all of a sudden.
Were you doing push-ups, bud?
You know, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I was
You,
like looking at the floor, and then all of a sudden the floor came at me, and I don't think I dodged it.
Well, okay. Do you want to be away from the floor? I don't know what you want.
I don't know, it's kind of cool down here. We gotta make sure Kailu doesn't get in any trouble with the person, cause
Uh-huh.
you know, she's like, I'm
Powerful.
I'm gonna lay here for a second.
Raven,
Yeah,
from a serious note,
right.
you know that you and I are responsible for the Zuskian people currently, and our party's responsible for, I don't know, the world at this point. And we're really gonna go after a powerful druid to make sure she's okay. It's kind of a joke.
And I'm gonna just keep writing, in my books.
I don't get the joke.
It's crazy how he can be so kind and nice when nobody else is around to hear it.
Yeah, Raven won't remember.
It's like the encouraging thing.
No.
If this was a Telltale
Yeah.
game, Raven will not remember this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and the only other thing I'll say then is Cars basically is writing a letter to check on the Zuskia, so he's writing it to Bor and Catherine. I'll send it off whenever. Along the lines of just like making sure everything's going well, because we literally just won an election, dipped, and then informing them of the relations that currently are at stake. So basically that all of the major cities are in alignment to us in terms of an allyship, aside from the king that we basically pissed off that stormed out. So I'm actually sending word in that letter as well to Catherine to see if she, because the Silent Fist's specialty is intel communication, is to see if they can send people to speak and talk with that I forget the name of the city.
the city for?
The 300,000
Fire?
soldiers and the
Oh, that would be the Dragon City.
yeah. So I'm gonna have her try to send people to communicate with them, engage like civilian and soldier responses because we've only spoken to the king. It's the only person we've really interacted with from there.
Okay. And then, Rubio, you said you were going back with your wife.
No,
You're muted.
You're muted.
He said he
You-
went back there, left, and then went to a guard uniform and followed after them too.
You're
Rubio,
muted.
you're muted.
I said earlier that I was thinking about just going with her, but instead I just said goodbye to her instead, and I'm just kind of like trailing behind everyone, just kind of watching the group, making sure no one's tailing them,
Okay.
making sure it all goes well.
So as Kylu exits out of the tavern, right away you could tell that most of the people have flooded home or back to their cities. The festival is over. There's a few hours left before the King Arthur's code for no violence is gone. So kind of rush to get home.
The purge.
Several means of transportation are kind of floating in the air as you see a carriage with 2 horses in front of it, with Dante with an open door behind him, hand out, very pleasant gesture. My lady, it's my honor to offer you safe passage back to the Direwolf camp. The carriage is at your service.
Milady.
Well, there's no reason to be entirely formal, but I appreciate the gesture. Thank you. She's gonna let him do his thing and help her up.
Yeah, with one hand being very polite, walking you up the stairs to the carriage, waiting for you to sit down as then he enters. The ride then commences, and I have such a cool way to do this. 1 second. So, where's this?
Should have brought your griffin.
We're gonna need your griffin.
I still have that. That's the thing that brought me here, the cockatrice
Yep.
and wagon.
Yeah.
So we all have a ride.
Yep.
You two in the wagon, me on my griffin. I thought ahead, guys. I knew this was gonna happen. I had a premonition.
Onyx is a professional stalker.
Hell yeah.
As you
His
guys
paladin
follow
senses are tingling.
Most religious people.
behind
Is
Kylo
that-
and Dante,
Autry.
Oh, Rubio's gone. I was gonna ask him who this guy is. Oh no, he's not gone.
Magic.
Rubio,
This is
do you know who that guy that Kylu got in the carriage with is?
He could be trusted. That was. Wait, was it Dante,
Dante.
or was? Yeah. I met Dante and saved his little band of werewolves a little while ago. They can be trusted.
But not good.
Werewolves.
My daughter.
Aye.
Oh,
Eh,
He also showed up to our camp naked one night. First time we met him, he was butt ass naked.
Perv.
when you've been to hell, those types of things don't really shock you as much. I can see as a holy man it might.
It was not okay.
It's okay. Just pray about it.
Unannounced. If he was like, if our tent was closed and he said, "Hey guys, I just shifted, my clothes got torn.
Wanna see
Watch
my
your
dick?
gaze."
I mean,
Something
he's
like
got
that, you know?
he's got nothing to be a bit embarrassed about, you know. So I'd walk around proud if I was him.
Whatever. Find him that big, like,
so do we need to follow Kailu the rest of the way then?
yes.
I think it wouldn't be a bad idea.
She's gonna be
Just in case.
alone by herself in this camp we've been to once
With a perv.
with a perv.
Got your back on us.
Okay. I guess if you guys think it's the right thing to do, we can continue.
We're very tight knit, very close. Also, she's literally my like royalty to me, so it's like my job.
Ah,
Plus,
yes, she is the daughter of the king, so that kind of is your job.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. Keep going.
Away we fly.
Once you're part of Murphy's Law, you're a walking target.
Really
Might as well
twisted
make
your arm on that
sure
one,
she's
didn't
safe.
you, Elder?
Eldarian is the type of person that will try to find a way to get out of doing something, but if he really doesn't want to, so he'll like you can easily convince him.
It works
Unless he
both
really
ways.
doesn't want to do it, then he won't do it.
as the carriage flies behind Kailu and Dante, it's about, he informs you it's going to be about 5-10 minute carriage ride north, just out of the capital to this nice bald spot they found in the forest.
Nice.
What do you do?
Oh, Kailu sits there awkwardly the whole time. She absolutely has no idea she should start the conversation now or politely wait.
I don't hope you mind my I don't want big words. This character's supposed to play big words, but I can't do it. My curiosity. But I'm genuinely intrigued by your life's journey. What led you to this point, and what drew you to the party you follow?
Stupidity.
Oh, well, truthfully, that feels a little bit like destiny had a hand in things. I left Eden's Garden specifically so I could document all of the creatures across the continent. There's not a well thought out bestiary, a comprehensive one across all of the creatures, and I feel like it was time we had one.
Your life sounds very, I don't know the word. It's kind of a blank word. I don't think I've experienced the kind of adventure you have. The excitement is the word I think I'm looking for.
Intriguing.
Intriguing voice in my head.
Well, it's certainly been exciting since I've joined the party, but I wouldn't say it's always been exciting. And then she just kind of stares at the wall like, oh no, maybe it has been, because she's considering how she got to be with the tree beholders and everything after that.
Werewolf, Dragonborn, Dead Yeti.
And you can, from you going through your own thoughts, peering over to Dante, you can tell he's lost in his. From speaking about the past.
How's your pack settling in?
Well, they've actually enjoyed it a lot more than the forest we were granted by the spirit. So, I think that this is going to be good for us. There are more and more of our kind coming forth, and we're able to get rid of the curse that once was and allow them to shift back to humanoids.
Oh, well, that's fantastic to hear. Can I ask more about that curse?
Well, when I was but a young age, my parents unveiled, like, the mythical gifts of how we had our powers. Originally was a curse upon a family, and more and more spread. We were cursed into this beast form and forever hunted. Numbers spread thin. We prayed to the spirits of the moon and were granted the ability to turn into humans. But the spirit had only given me one more gift since that day. You see, when the war started and Lieutenant Wagglebottom had asked the dire wolves to join him in battle, my parents didn't refuse, nor did all the elders. And this left us alone, for they never returned. I prayed one last time to give me a sight, proof that there was going to be hope in my life, there was purpose, and we found this enchanted forest that was perfect temperature, and it was amazing. That's where you had found me.
Sounds to me like destiny had a hand in your way of life as well.
I think so. And as that, the carriage arrives at Dante's. Uno momento. As I do this, and I do this, and I do that. I do this, and I do this, and I go, fire. And you actually have control. As
Hey, look
you
at that! I
arrive
can move myself
Dante's,
great.
It's in a nice bald spot in the woods. On the way here, looking through the windows, you've probably seen 50 to 60 more homes. His home is built purely of stones he had collected from the ground and wood he had carved from trees. All this was hand-built by Dante as he opens the door. After you.
Well, thank you. My map is there. We go. It was still a little blurry for a second, so I was like, I'm gonna guess where I'm going.
As you walk into the house, Eldarian, Onyx, Rubio, what are you guys doing? You see them park.
Keep our distance until we'll like fly low and right above the tree line. You just kind of like hover, and once she goes inside, we'll land.
Okay.
And if anybody else has a plan, feel free.
I honestly didn't think we would get this far. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do now.
We'll just stay at a nice distance. The second we hear any yelling of panic or anything else, I say I'll just blast the door and I rush in there, and you guys cover me.
Does this house have windows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the right side of the house.
I'm gonna
and-
use my ring to turn invisible and use my boots of Elvenkind to waddle up to the window.
And also pass without trays.
I'm
'Cause I put
double
that on-
not heard.
I put that on you.
That's how you become a professional peeping Tom.
Rubio.
Right there.
What are you
If
doing?
we've already landed,
That's his second. That's his cousin.
oh,
Tomfoolery, peeping Tom. That's his cousin.
oh my god.
Tomfoolery and peeping Tom.
I gotta rewatch that episode. I'm lost on the lore.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it
good
was so funny.
I'm using my
If
visibility
you go to
too.
my TikTok, I did a highlight. Do you have a TikTok?
Yeah, I'll get it after the stream.
Yeah, after the
So-
stream, I'll send it to you.
As you two do that, Rubio, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be going invisible as well, but before I do my little incantation stuff, I look to them and say, I'm gonna make sure this perimeter is secure. We're all walking targets. Something feels wrong about this meeting.
I will watch.
It could be harmless, but better safe than sorry.
I'll
Especially
watch
these
the
times.
carriage, and me and the Griffin will watch the carriage.
Well,
If I move around too much, you'll.
I kind of
Maybe.
whisper. After we got back from hell, I think I learned a new ability to get us out of a pickle in a hurry. I can teleport us back like that. So if we get into a bind, just get within 10 feet of me and I'll take us home.
Wonderful.
All right.
Rubio
See you-
also gets past without trace.
Sweet.
And as you guys are sneaking around preparing to stalk Kailu,
I'm going.
Cars, Raven, we quickly skip back to you guys in the tavern. What are the two of you doing?
Raven's probably gotten up at this point. And just kind of sitting next to Cars, actually talking about probably our next moves.
Okay. And as the two of you chat away, little do you know what beholds for the rest of the party as we travel back to Kailu and Dante entering into the home. You walk into this beautiful home. It looks as if it had been professionally done, wood carvings all around, lots of familiarities to the world tree as you enter into the living room. Cushions on the ground just for sitting as you remember doing as a young kid back home. Two nice couches in front of a fireplace that also enters into the kitchen that is fully stocked with nice food, and a spiral staircase that leads up towards the bedroom.
Nice.
Where do you go into the house and what do you do?
Well, Kylie is a very prim and proper individual, so she would probably, like, kind of just like, this is a lovely little home you have, and then kind of awkwardly stand there because she doesn't know where he would like to set up and hang out, and it's his home. She's just a guest in it.
So instantly seeing that, he goes and takes a nice seat on his cushion. You can tell by the mounts of fur, this is probably his favorite cushion for not just this form, but his doggy form. So as that's done, small talk is just getting kind of thrown around until one phrase I'd assume piques your ear. The wood tree. You mentioned that you were from it. I've heard many of beautiful things about that place.
I'm sure it pales in comparison to the actual thing.
Well, my brother was... Well, he had explored through there before going to a place that I'm not welcomed.
Oh. Well, how long ago was he there?
I'd say 13, 14 years ago. It was a little bit after... Yes, it was that many years ago, because 25 years ago, he had made his masterpiece. He likes to flex on me.
His masterpiece?
I assume you've heard of the Void.
I have.
Well, then you must have heard of the name Ferrer Everborn, my brother.
That Ferrer is your brother.
Yes.
Goodness. Destiny really likes to have its fingers in everyone's pies, I suppose. You'll have to forgive me. I have been trying to get into the Void for a very long time.
Oh, why?
For my bestiary. There's no other place that I know of, at least not the rumors that I've heard, that have quite that many animals, or beings, or creatures.
Yeah, but Ferrer he's an asshole and he doesn't like to let anyone into his void.
Well, I kind of have an invitation.
You can see on his face the sense of betrayal. Not from you, but he is very hurt from this. Oh, well then you get to, I guess, fill out your bestiary. That's good.
He doesn't allow people in, and I assume that includes you as well.
He cured himself of the direwolf curse fully in order to learn magic.
Oh.
And he needed magic to make the void, but he still wanted to be like us, so he was bitten by a werebear. And he claims to be one of us, but is not, and because of that, he claims that I am too human to enter. I am not endangered.
Oh. Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. I'm sure it's been difficult. I do have plans to go visit. Would you like me to pass along a message?
That'd be amazing. And if you want help to get to the void, I just ask for one thing in return.
Okay.
I know this name sounds and probably brings a bad ring to your ear since I've been talking with the townsfolk, but I need to know everything you know on Salzar Cobblestone.
Hold on. I gotta just scroll through my notes here. Hold on.
Back again.
Listen, the name is familiar, and I know I took that note. Because I'm pretty... Okay, wait, hold on. That was a recent note that I took, actually, because it had to do with a little thingy that I would have known, which is before here.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure we've got his head in the bag of
Yeah,
holding.
cobblestone. Okay.
You do.
One of them.
Well, I don't... Well, she's just gonna info dump what she knows from the party currently, and also politely does include the fact that his head may or may not be in the bag of holding.
It is not. It is not in the bag of holding. We gave it away in Zuskia as like a.
It is no longer in the bag of holding.
Yeah, the second time we killed him, we were focused on Nar, and it's just.
Would I know that?
No.
Okay, so then I just kind of inform him of what
you've been told.
The party's made jokes
yeah,
about
what
me
I'm
having
saying, yeah.
heads in the bag of holding, so.
Right.
If he's dead, how did I meet with him yesterday?
Well, hmm.
If you remember,
Oh, but
in
that
the
would
casino, he had copies of himself, like people wearing his face, pretty much.
Well, when I was in Manitopia, there were quite a few doubles of him, although they weren't really him, just made to look like him.
So, he can bring not just one, but multiple people basically back from the dead.
I don't quite think that's how it works. I think it's just like a glamour.
He's given me an offer.
Oh, that can't be good.
It's nothing. All I have to do is it was some sort of a sector name, and I have to give him just a little bit of hair and a little bit of blood, and he'll bring my son back.
Kailu is going to very gently take his hands, because this is going to be a very hard conversation. Dante, I'm not saying that you shouldn't want your son back, because that is, quite frankly, that is a loss I won't be able to understand. But what I can tell you is that I don't trust that man, and I don't think that's a good decision to make. Whatever he might bring back, I don't know that it's necessarily going to be your son. May I tell you of a theory I have?
Yes.
Well, are you familiar? I'm sure you are familiar about, the folk tale that gets told to children about the fight amongst the gods and winning against them.
I am.
Well, you know that Saphira has 4 knights, right? As the tale goes.
They were to represent the resurrection. If I'm not wrong, I've heard it once. If you would tell it to me once more.
Are you gonna make me do it?
Yes.
Actually? Okay, great. All right. So, for the audience members and those also listening to the lore, the folktale pretty much goes that after the fight with the gods and winning against them, Saphira was challenged by 4 mortal men. Not really men, there were 4 mortals. And she was pretty amused by their tenacity because, there was no way these mortals were going to kill her. There was no way it was going to happen. But she was amused by them. So instead of fighting them, she had decided to make them her Knights of the Resurrection. Her resurrection. And as such, she wants to remake the world in her image. There's the Horsemen of Resurrection, the Horsemen of Daggers, the Horsemen of Armies, and the Horsemen of Deception. Kailu has a theory that the Horseman of Resurrection is very probably Cobblestone himself.
That changes how I view him now. I trust you. I will miss my boy. He was the last thing I had after my wife died upon birth. But I have a new pack now, and I do have to lead it. You're right. In the quiet of this eve, I'm compelled by this to confess it, but I believe the spirit that blessed me with the forest, it didn't bless me with it. It blessed me with the fortune of your presence, Kailu. And that's where we cut out to the three amigos stalking Kailu. As Rubio walks around, I need you to roll me two things. Perception and investigation. Perception and investigation.
I just see Kylo like getting in the bear mace can ready, just fucking stranger danger.
Brad, can you roll me a
Alright,
corny check, please?
Yes.
So perception and what was
That
it?
one. Perception and investigation.
Checks out.
Okay, so 16 perception, and I have a half decent. No, no, please. 25 in investigation.
25 in investigations. Perfect. So as you're looking around the forest, you said you're taking a walk, just kind of scanning the perimeter.
Around like the whole perimeter. I'm out of sight more or less, but I can see everything else. I can see in the
It'd be
dark.
very easy for you to, like keep your distance from other dire wolf folk that are in this village. As you're walking around, seeing homes, people in the homes, children playing just right before bed. It's getting pretty late. It's about 11, and it's an hour before Arthur's Day is over. Festival is now completely taken down, and everyone's almost ready for bed, except the kids who had way too much candy. You're watching these trees, and you're looking up, and these are some old, beautiful oak trees that probably reach up 500 feet in the air, and the thickness is 100 feet, let alone. You're walking past these gigantosaurus trees, and with your 26 investigations, you notice something very upsetting as you are looking up the trees. You are seeing 2 red eyes. No, 4 red. No. You see 80 different sets of red eyes, and from the red eyes you look deeper with your night vision, and you're kind of only able to tell the out figure of them, and these are 80 different variants of cobblestone. This is where we end it here for you guys, and we travel back to Raven and Cars to see how they end their night.
I was like, "Where's the fucker at? I knew he was around." Knew it.
So the two of you sitting chatting about plans and your attack, like the game plan. What would that sound like? What are you guys talking about?
Oh boy.
Austin.
I mean, we're basically talking about. Obviously, we're going to talk about the fucking other Dragonborn that was just. Raven did not appreciate. Raven did not appreciate how the amount of cowardice he showed. Like, if you want to help people, you help people. You don't help people and expect a reward.
Okay.
I agree with all of that. Remember when you first were a new soldier, though? Any bit of fear. Perspective is hard in the moment, but now we've had time to reflect, which means we must change and think. It's best if we go back and follow up with him.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's going to want to talk to either. Well, me specifically.
Yeah, specifically. Yeah, good job. Proud of you.
I understand. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's just the way he was talking about it really, I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way. Like talking about how Dragonborns are so strong, Dragonborns are this, Dragonborns are that. I mean, yeah, duh, have you seen me? But we're supposed to protect people. We're not supposed to expect anything in return. And if we die, we die. It's war. People die in war, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Right. Some people expect things back, though. And that's okay. Definitely an innocence thing. Oftentimes, they need to see a different perspective, and if he's young, he might not have. Either way, both of us are leaders ourselves. What you're saying is true, I agree. We still need to find a way to communicate with him.
Well, I mean, I admit I could have been a little bit more...
Agile in wording.
Could have been a little
Kind.
worse. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, me too, but at that point it kind of seemed like I may as well pile on. Not the best diplomatic approach, I understand.
Dipitat, rat.
My fault. Anyways, we'll see what Catherine gets back to us with, but at the same time, if he's still in the city by tomorrow, we should probably follow up. Me and you, more importantly than anyone.
Yeah. I agree with
We're
that.
both soldiers.
I don't know how. I need to figure out how to talk to him and make him realize that really the reward that you're seeking is to remain free. Because if he doesn't help out when we need him to help out and we lose, he also loses.
We tried that. That approach did not work. Meaning that we need to find a different approach. I am not the best at talking to people, but at the same time, too, I understand perspective. I am insightful enough to realize it's important.
What happened to your voice just...
A bit. The coffee and the beer, it all hit weird. Yeah, it's a... At the end of the day, maybe it's glory he's seeking. Maybe it's longevity, maybe it's peace. Maybe it's not an actual reward, but something intangible, or you can't hold it, Raven. He might be looking for something different.
Well, I mean, if you want to word it that way, I mean, what could be more glorious or honorable than helping defeat the worst evil this world has ever seen?
Spoken like a true soldier. To me, that is the prize, yes, and to you, clearly. Maybe it is to him, and we need to word it that way. Let's try to find what he cares about first before we force our agenda on him.
Okay.
Anyways, you, sir,
Yeah.
are sleeping here tonight because that room is not going to be shared with you.
Fine.
Yeah. I saw what you put in your body. I saw how much food you put down. I also saw you mix sweets, beer, and fucking meat. I don't want to be in that room.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Didn't
Yeah.
Rubio lose the bet that he has to sleep with Raven tonight?
Actually, that was right. That's right.
Shut up.
I forgot about that.
I brought you into this group. I'll take you.
Didn't me and Ravenberger mix in the group?
Hey, I'm part of the group. All I know is I know Eldritch Blast very good.
That's true.
You know at 192 hit points enough?
He should shoot it like 10 times. I don't know.
So
Cars is gonna stand up, put a hand on your shoulder, and basically just.
We all need to be a little bit more serious in the next coming weeks. I'm glad you had fun, but
No,
you're no longer just a soldier. You're more of a general at this point.
I agree. We had a lot to drink at that fucking festival.
Alright.
I need to learn more control.
I'm honestly proud of what you just said.
Thanks. Which room's Rubio's room?
The fanciest of the rooms. And also, don't forget you're part of my war council, brother. That's why I care.
Right, I care
And,
about you too, man.
I didn't exactly say that, but it's okay.
Raven is gonna stand up, look at Cars, and go, I am going to bed. And he's gonna grab both sides of Cars' face and kiss him right on the mouth, and then go up to Rubio's room.
Only my wife is there. I am not. This is not good.
That's way better.
you spiral. You go to the castle out
I will
of
kill
the
Raven
tavern.
if you even think about it.
Cars, as Raven
Kill him.
goes to bed. I mean, yeah, I said that right. Cars,
Uh-huh.
where do you're going to bed at the tavern, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just got manhandled by a dragonborn with terrible breath, and there was definitely some dagger rubbing on my way upstairs, contemplation of murder. But I'll stick to sacrificing a couple skulls in my room and spiritual before heading off to bed.
As you start to walk up the
Fucking
spiral
Raven.
staircase, Rokin's still passed out on the ground. He points his finger at you and slams it on the ground. You're nice. I fucking knew it. And he just passes out.
That's cool, Cars. Rogan won't remember this either.
No, he won't.
Don't
Not.
tell.
He got a 3 on his con save for drinking an entire. Yeah.
Well, you
he's-
just
Two
you just-
people.
You just let me
Two
know
people.
when I'm by Rubio's room, and I got this.
Oh,
boy.
so you start heading up to Rubio's room, but this is where we snap quickly back to Kailu and Dante, as Dante kind of stretches his back and he. 1 second. Why is this not? I hate updates. Keep it the same forever. As he kind of smiles at you. I can sleep on the couch. It is late, but it's too late to travel. You can take the bedroom upstairs. I can be comfortable on the couch if you're okay with that.
Oh, well, that's rather polite of you. However, I was hoping that maybe we could spend the evening together, if it's not too forward of me.
Damn.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He's gay.
Oh, I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I could.
No, it's not. It's
Don't you dare! It's not you, it's me. Don't you dare!
He's gonna do
I
it.
haven't been able to love someone since my wife passed away.
Oh, he's got ED. Got it.
Raven, you're not here.
Sorry.
You're Mike.
Goodness. Well, we don't have to have a romp in the woods. We could just lay in bed. I have had a few romps in the woods, but nothing romantic, nothing long term. I was too busy with my studies.
Excuse me?
I like how everybody's convinced Kailu is a perfect angel. Like, y'all don't know shit.
Excuse me? My princess?
We're
Without
learning
kind of
things.
speaking, without speaking, he gives you a smile and he leads the way up the spiral to his bedroom. If you follow, you make your way to the top floor and walk into the room, which is a nice bed, probably a nice queen size with some furs on it, and above him is a window for a skylight.
Oh, nice.
Yo, I thought you were going to say mirror, and I was gonna lose my shit.
You just see
Can you
my
guys
eyes.
imagine?
You see me thieving. I'm joking, you know. I'm with the carriage. How dare you?
And as the two of them lie in bed, we fade to black as Rubio is looking up at 80 sets of eyes. What do you do?
I'm invisible, so they can't see me, correct?
As far as you're aware.
Okay, well, Rubio has a small panic attack that's silent but deadly to his heart. And he's just sitting there hyper-focusing, and a million ideas are going through his brain on what to do, because if he moves too quick, he triggers whatever the fuck this is. Do I see that it's that many kobolds? Or what's his tits? Or is it-
Cobblestones.
Yeah, thank you.
You see
That was a cobble.
My brain's breaking.
You see 80 kind of figures of a giant rabbit person.
Okay, and are they how big of an area are they? And are they clustered
Spanning-
together? Are they really far down the way? Like, are they all balled up?
Each tree probably has 3 to 4 of them, and spanning across the entire neighborhood of the
Absolutely
direwolf.
no forest fire.
Okay, so fire's out the window.
I make no
Absolutely
promises.
fire. No,
Hey,
we're not setting the forest on fire.
I only have fire spells.
you have to. It helps it regrow. Okay, it'll pop open the acorns, new trees.
They literally just lost their home.
I'm-
They don't even
gonna
live it a
have-
second time.
I'm gonna
They're fine.
take my sword out of its hilt slowly, holding the blade with my 2 fingers like so on the flat piece, as so it doesn't scrape against the hilt it's in. So as it leaves silently, I'm going to just wave it like this and watch their eyes. Do any of them follow my movement?
Oh, they are following you.
So they can see me completely. Awesome. I put my sword back and start stroking my beard while looking up. This is like facing a double barrel shotgun. Like I'm just like, okay, I got a few options and the wrong one equals holes in my body.
At this point, I need Onyx and Eldarian to roll.
So I have a question:
roll.
is Rubio freaking out, or is Dagon freaking out, or yes?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Yes.
Rubio's like
rolling.
overwhelmed, and I am also like anxious as fuck. I'm like, what do I do? I've been thinking about this whole turn.
I need you
What are we
guys-
rolling?
I need you to roll me per just investigation.
What do I do?
Because you guys are just kind of perceiving what Kailu and Dante are doing, but the investigations will let you see kind of what's in the trees.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's an ooh?
So now one. For
Uh,
No.
Nat 20
You're
for
to the
21.
harbor.
holy shit. The two
Duality of
sided.
man.
Duality.
There's a possibility Onyx might mention or say, "Oh, there's a lot of red stars," is I think what you would
Um,
see. You might not mention it, but that's kind
I'm
of.
not even looking up. I'm just, man. I love
But
my
you see a
Griffin
bunch
so
of
much.
figures of Cobblestone, or a giant rabbit with red eyes. I don't know if you've met Cobblestone yet. I believe you have. The last episode we played when you guys had
Festival.
the festival. I don't think you met him or you haven't heard the tale. But that is what you see in the sky, and from here, possibly with a nat 20, you're also seeing a sword just being flailed around in midair.
Well, I'm invisible when I knock.
With it? Oh, I guess
Yeah,
so, eh?
all
Yeah.
possessions.
You hear the wind.
Okay. Oh,
I was just seeing if they could see in the trees that I'm
Oh.
invisible. That's what I was trying to see.
My bad.
If that's not the
No,
case, tell me otherwise.
that is still the case.
Fuck. Damn it.
But yeah,
Uh,
you just see a bunch of figures in the trees. At this point, it's about 11:59 ish, almost midnight.
I'm gonna undo my invisibility from my ring, and I'm just gonna tap on Onyx's shoulder and be like, "We gotta get out of here," and point to the tree where the red eyes are just staring at us. We gotta get out of here. We have like 1 minute till we have to fight everything.
Do we want to grab Kailu?
Uh,
We have to grab Kailu.
where's Rubio?
I don't know. You guys went invisible. How am I supposed to know these things?
At this point, I'm just gonna be like, Rubio, go visible!
Oh, fuck.
Like as loud as possible.
As soon as he blips into view, I'm commanding my Griffith to.
I'm gonna say
Fly
that was
around.
I said it loud enough that Kailu could probably perceive it.
I knew we should have come.
Yep.
I don't want to be here.
Alright.
Fuck, what do I do?
Oh shoot! I need a token for my Griffin.
Should I do the thing? It would be really
I
weird.
want my Griffin to use his chicken leg talons and grab Rubio as soon as I can see him.
But we
And-
can't just abandon Dante and his clan.
Or not. I have a plan.
All right.
So I thought I did, but I guess.
Actually, I'll let
Oh,
you do
God.
what you want to do.
Hold on.
You don't have to become visible.
Yeah.
This is going
I'm just
super,
getting ready.
super well for
Well,
everyone.
I was more
involved.
just gonna ask the DM one question that was gonna
Actually-
kind of be my defining factor to what I do at this moment.
I forgot.
Go for it.
Oh, I forgot I have a really good spell. But go ahead.
Do I see a dominating Cobblestone? Like, do I see Cobblestone himself? Do I see a ringleader in this group? Any obvious
One more. What? Oof.
any obvious cues?
Obvious cues. Roll me investigations.
All right. Normal roll.
And
17.
no, you don't notice anything. They all look very similar. They're very far away, 500 feet in the air.
Not good.
The eyes are just basically you're seeing stars and a little bit of outshadow from the moon casting through the tree line.
Gross.
And for Eldarian, what are you doing?
I am still. I'm beside Onyx, and I'm like, we get Rubio, get Kailu. We got to get out of here.
So do
Who
you
has
knock
the
on the door?
sending stones,
You,
by the way?
you,
I have one.
you, Kailu,
I have
Nar,
one, I'm pretty sure.
Rubio, Raven,
We all got
and
one.
Cars.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
yeah,
we
the
all have one.
bracelets.
They're like what, 10 charges a day?
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't used them.
Hey, Kailu.
Like cops on the watch.
Kailu, we followed you. Don't be mad. We got in a situation outside. There's lots of cobblestones.
You don't know what you're interrupting right now, you rude motherfucker.
So her
Okay,
watch
sorry,
just
she-
goes off while they're in bed.
Oh, I'm sorry. A little bit of blue balls or death. What do you?
Ruby's gonna hear this
Okay.
and speak up on his bracelet and say, "Tell Dante to get his clown out of here as fast as he can. Get him to give the signal. Get them to go full werewolf and sprint as fast as they can, or it's sudden death."
Within
Okay, well, it's a good
matter-
thing that Dante
gonna-
is listening to this right now.
I'm
gonna
whispering
grab
this, by the
Onyx's
way.
I'm gonna grab Onyx's wrist and be like, and you just need to get within 10 feet of me and I'll teleport us out of here.
And as that is said, you see Dante come sprinting out. Midnight strikes. Dante goes from his wolf form out of it, his human form to the wolf form out of the house, and he looks up, and then the direwolf sits down and turns back to a human. What do you mean? There's nothing up there. And as you all have been looking down, panicking with each other,
Trees, bro.
roll me investigations one last time.
Me?
Everybody.
Do I
that's
join in
it.
this? Because
Okay.
yeah, okay. I
I'm assuming
you're
immediately
outside.
bolted.
I
bolted
goofed
outside,
up. I
panicked.
didn't realize I had advantage on investigation. I haven't been
What
rolling it.
state is Kailu coming out in? Are you just in your jammies?
15.
Yeah,
15.
nothing untoward happened, sir.
Like, it better not have,
We were
madam.
cuddling.
The butt flap is down.
I'm gonna add my Dark One's own luck to this roll because it feels important to me.
16.
I'm gonna throw a D10 on that 13 and see what
Hey.
happens. Come on. 10! 23, let's go.
Okay.
Very nice.
And the
Probably still not enough.
Onyx, what did you get?
16.
Eldarian?
15.
Kailu.
16.
Okay, you guys, for Kailu, you don't really understand what you're looking for, but you're looking up in the general direction that they said there are bad things coming. And to get Dante and his entire clan the fuck out of here. You look up, and all you see are bright white stars kind of peeking through the tree. And for the rest of you, all those white stars are where the red eyes were.
What? Pardon? I thought they were in the
The-
trees.
That yes, where you looking up at the trees through the tree, like through the bushes of the tree, you
They
can see
gone?
now white stars peeking through where you saw the red eyes of the cobblestones.
I would
Did I
like.
see where they went? My gaze never left. I raised my wrist while locking my eyes on these bastards.
It almost looked as if they went up. They went further up, and they were just gone.
So they went up the trees and now they're out of sight.
Yes.
We have to check on your clan.
Okay, well, let's go right now. And as you all get prepared to go and check on everyone in the clan, Kailu and Dante being interrupted in an intimate moment of just pure bonding, and
Protection.
Cars and Raven passed out with Raven now arriving to Terry's room. Raven, as you just walk in, I just want to quickly
God.
know what you would do to say to Terry to convince her to let you sleep with Rubio in the bed.
Hey. So, we had this bet
Oh,
going,
no.
and Rubio lost. So, he has to spend the night with my fine ass. And, I ate a lot of meat and drank a lot of beer. So, if I could just,
So you're
Never
you're
gonna hear the
punishing
end
my
of this.
husband.
yeah.
I fucking love it. I will change the bed tomorrow. If you need to pull an Amber Turd, do what you have to do.
did I
Enjoy
do?
torturing my husband.
Fantastic. And Raven gets halfway there and just passes out.
You thought your
And
farts were
you-
bad?
you're
I'll
not
turn
gonna
into a
remember
storm
this.
giant.
You won't remember this, but as she leaves,
Saying that contract, I heard nothing. My ass, I know what he said.
said as he's walking out of she's walking out of the bedroom to go sleep somewhere else. And this is where something
Okay.
interesting happens as everyone settles in. Midnight strikes. Finally, the wave that Onyx at the very beginning of the episode had sent off
Hello.
reaches the Fountain of Youth. and
Hey.
rumble, rumble, rumble,
Oh.
rumble. As
Oh,
a
no.
scene you have been shown before, as I told you, would be something that will happen in the future. A god awakens, breaking through his casket, looking around and saying, "Onyx, gods, we need to rise." And this is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Just awaiting gods. They owe me one now, so fucking.
That's what
Oh,
Onyx.
I'm so sending you a couple of messages about that. You have no idea.
That's what Onyx
Hey.
do.
So,
Yeah, that's right.
thanks-
Waking gods.
Onyx waking up gods.
Shit up.
Welcome
Yeah.
back, Brandon.
Dress me up.
Onyx fuck shit up. These are
Welcome back, Brennan.
What's up?
What a return.
Thank you all
Yeah.
for
We missed
tuning
you.
in
We did.
once more
Wait,
for Beards and Oh, go ahead.
for my big return, I do Kailu.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
thank
actually a
you.
nice
So
drawing.
Honestly,
I love the stress in her eyebrows. Like,
And the kind of smirk, like, this is okay, right?
it's
I
like my kindergarten teacher. She's like,
Most
oh, they're
time I
trying.
spent on a face. I
You've
had
gotten
to
so
get the
much
face
better
face.
at art, you can tell.
Very
I
good.
love it. It's perfect.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Thank you
nice
so
little.
much.
I gave you a book. It says beasts and where to find them.
I love it. I love it.
All right,
That's
guys.
good.
We always
Ladies and
appreciate you
gentlemen.
coming through.
We back.
We're Beards and Barbarians, and never, ever forget to embrace insanity. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week with Austin's One Shot. And also, do not forget, if you are down to roll for charity, the link is down below. Make sure you check it out. It is
Do
for
it!
a very, very good cause. We
You
love you
better
guys,
roll
and
high.
good night.
Better roll high on that one, bud.
Bye.